You may remember Lee Grenzi, who used to be on Weather World. Lee is a great forecaster and also a very creative science writer. When it comes to weather, he's the master of the metaphor, sultan of the simile. I got to thinking about Lee this week when a viewer asked me to talk about why autumn is so different from spring, though both are transition seasons. Now, chances are you know there's a lag between the time of year when the sun is highest in the sky, the first day of summer, and when average air temperatures max out, late July or early August. And there's a similar 4 to 6 week delay between when the sun is lowest in the sky, the first day of winter, and when average air temperatures bottom out, late January or early February. Now, to understand this temperature lag, we'll head to the kitchen for a lesson from the Grenzi School of Meteorology. Think about putting cold pizza or any cold leftovers into a preheated oven. Though the oven's already hot, the pizza still takes time to warm up. Or say you just made hot pudding and put it in the refrigerator to cool down. It still takes time for the pudding to chill to that perfect temperature. The Earth is kind of like the cold pizza or the warm pudding. It takes time to warm up and cool down, and because air is heated mainly by the surface below, the atmosphere also takes time to heat and cool. And when you consider that 70% of the Earth is covered by water, which is very slow to warm and cool, you get to the heart of the reason for the seasonal lag. Now, this delay helps explain the differences between, for example, the first day of spring and the first day of autumn, 2 days when the sun follows the same path across the sky. Here's the average high on the spring equinox for 5 cities, and all of these are within a few degrees of 50. Now, here's the average high on the autumnal equinox. No matter where you are, the difference is at least 20 degrees in favor of the first day of fall. Also in the mix is that many of our air masses come from Canada, which typically in late March still has some snow cover, which refrigerates the air above, further ensuring that early spring temperatures, on average, are way below those of early autumn. Temperature lag can also help explain another big difference between spring and fall, the frequency of thunderstorms. They do tend to be more in the spring than in the fall. This past Monday was a bit unusual. In spring, as the sun gets higher in the sky, the ground and overlying air are warming up. But winter's chill lingers longer higher up, far from the surface. This sets up a situation where temperature decreases rapidly with height, which favors convective precipitation. But in autumn, with the sun getting a little lower every day, the ground and lower atmosphere are cooling, while the upper atmosphere remembers the relative warmth of summer. It's still colder aloft, but the temperature doesn't decrease as fast with height as it does in the spring. This is a more stable atmosphere, one that's less conducive to thunderstorms. In honor of Lee, I think I'll have leftover pizza for dinner and pudding for dessert this evening. Stick around. Fred is back with the extended forecast next.